This video is for anybody volunteering in the 3, 4, or 5-year-old kindergartner room on Sunday mornings. On Sunday mornings, the kids are checking in and then going and sitting with their parents in service. Once the kids pastor dismisses the kids, the 3-year-old kids through 6th graders go upstairs into Kids Zone, into this room. We all gather together, we do some worship songs, we watch some Superbook videos, and then the kids pastor will dismiss the 3, 4, 5-year-old and kindergartners. At this time, the teachers and the helpers will line up the kids and they will go downstairs. I just want to comment though, when you're up here in Kids Zone, if you could please help in this area with all the kids. If they're talking or misbehaving, if you could just tap them on the shoulder and just redirect them to be quiet and listen to either the movie or the teacher speaking. So then after, when you are dismissed with the kids, you can line them up, make sure one's at the front and one's at the back, and make sure that the one person that is in front, make sure that they tell the kids that you are in front and no one is to pass you. So I will show you the way which we go downstairs to the preschool kindergarten room. We have the kids quietly walk down the hall and we try and stay at the right-hand side of the hallway. If the kids are asking for a bathroom break, we do take them all at this time. If they're not saying anything, then we do not take them for a bathroom break. Here are the bathrooms, the boys and the girls. Make sure the doors are open, especially in the boys' room. You're going to want to make sure that somebody is in there because things get out of control fast. When they're done, we have them line up on this wall, and we try to have them always go on the red carpet on the floor. That way they're not all over the hallway and running like a bunch of elephants down the hallway. Once they're all done, or if you don't take a bathroom break, we quietly go into this hall. We look in the windows and we try and spy on the parents. They try and find their parents in one of these windows. Even the ones, this really helps the new kids that they know where their parents are. You would think that it wouldn't, but it actually calms them down. Then at the end of this hallway, we stop and ask everybody to hang onto the railing. So we need one person down first and the other helper in the back, helping the little 3-year-olds. Sometimes they have a hard time going down the steps, so we hang on to their hands. Once they get down here, we have them all line up on the red carpet. The first one down is the leader. The teacher or helper needs to be over here, making sure that nobody else sneaks through. This is a time when the little kids make a mad dash either to the preschool kindergarten room or to the sanctuary to find their parents. Once in the classroom, one of the teachers, who's ever the first one in, they ask everybody to pick a letter, stay on that letter, and sit down. We do end up locking this door just so we don't have to worry about any kids going out this door, and we do shut that other door just so it's easier to keep everybody inside and we have nobody escaping. This room, there are some kids that just are very good at escaping. So as soon as we come in, actually before service, who's ever on, we ask that you just put your initials on what things you want to do. If you notice, it's JC. It's always every other, because the more we change it up, the faster the transitions, the better the kids behave, and the better they listen. So first is sitting on the letter and attendance. So one person would be marking down who's all here. That way we can keep track that we really did not lose anybody during the service. And then the other person says, what did you learn at church today? What did you learn at church today is in the middle on the board here. It says, what did you learn at church? The Holy Spirit gives me power to share the gospel. This should all be up here before you're even in the room. Somebody should have that up. For me, I would probably erase half of it and just say the Holy Spirit gives me power. The purpose of this is when the parents pick up the kids or they ask them what they learned at church today, they can have a simple, quick summary of what they learned at church. Sometimes we say it 3 or 4 times the first time so they understand it, so they get it. We can ask boys say it, then girls say it together, who says it louder. and then we go on to the next thing. The next is offering or bathroom. We never do bathroom unless people are asking to go to the bathroom. And then we take all of them at one time. But if they don't say anything, the offering is down in this cabinet here. We get the coins out. We give a coin to every kid that's sitting on a letter. Then we go back around and collect the coins in here and ask them, why are we giving to Jesus? Is it Jesus's money or our money? And should we do it with a happy spirit or a sad spirit? Just keep it very simple. Then next is the Salvation Colors Flipper Flapper. So these are the Flipper Flappers. These are harder because there's no words on it. These are easier. They have, we want not one person doing everything. So we want to rotate between whoever is in here so it goes really fast, and whenever somebody else is doing it, it changes things up enough for them to listen. And on the back, the best thing to do is ask questions. Just ask them, hey, what does this color mean? So you would show this to the kids, and you would have this cheat sheet in the back. You just ask, what is this color? What does it mean? And usually they're able to say most of them. And if they don't, that's okay. You can go over it, or teacher next week will go over it, so you don't have to worry about covering everything. You can say the verse if you'd like, but we really want you to read the bottom part. But there is one thing that keeps you apart from sin and apart from God, and that is sin. That is the transition to the next color. And then you just go through this. Don't go through the whole thing. Just pick out a few things and do the bottom sentence to go to the next one. And we can do a salvation video maybe later that will explain these more in detail, but make sure it's quick and to the point, and don't worry about covering everything. And then the next person would ask again, what did you learn at church today? And this time we may only say it 2 times. And then there is a Bible story that is read. The Bible story should be out and with a paper clip open to the story. If it isn't, there's Bibles down here that you can find a Bible story. The Kids Zone take-home sheet shows on the daily verses what we're covering for the next 3 weeks. So if it's not open, that's how we find the Bible story. There's also Bible stories there. And in the closet, there are huge Bible stories. Right here, it's of Jesus' birth, Abraham, Jonah, and just very, very common ones, which you can pull those out too. The main thing about doing the Bible lesson is that you do not read word for word. If you read word for word, they will not pay attention. It's just too long. It's too boring. The best thing is to ask them questions. Say a little bit of what happens, just summarize it, and you should be able to summarize it because if you're listening to Superbook, it should be easy. And then right after the Bible lesson, you would do the Junior Bible Quiz question. The Junior Bible Quiz question is up here in the corner. The Junior Bible Quiz book is right here. So all you would do is say, how did Peter escape from prison the night before Herod planned to kill him? And then if they don't know, you tell them the answer, then say the question a few more times with the answer, and then go on to the next thing. The next, you ask them all to sit down at the table. Somebody asks, what did you learn at church? And they go over that again. They pass out coloring sheets. The coloring sheets are usually over there. The colors and the markers are down in that cabinet. And then at each table, they take their own chairs, they put the chairs around the table. When they're done, they put the chairs back. The big chairs are for the adult teachers or the teen helpers or teachers. And then at each table, the adult or the teen helper or teacher would review the Junior Bible Quiz question. They would ask them what they learned at church today. They would pray before they have snack. Snack is in the top shelf in that closet. After they're done with snack, we would ask one last time, what did you learn at church today? And then once they pick up their table, they're done with their snack, they can go into that closet on the bottom shelves, and there is toys that they can play with. If they're not done eating, that's fine. They just stay at the table until they're done eating, and then they're welcome to play. About noon is when the parents are dismissed from Big Church and they pick up their kids, and we have an advantage because we can look through this window. If we see parents or the adults in there standing up and they look like they're praying, that means that we need to start cleaning up. They clean up, they put everything away, and you can play duck, duck, goose with them until the parents come in. We ask that the parents come in this door and exit that door. We need one person here guarding the doors so kids don't leave and go running and looking for their parents. And then we need another person over there checking the parents and the kids out, making sure their name tags match. Thank you so much for helping in the preschool kindergarten room.